there are 4 or 5 things you need to do, and astonishing that few people are doing those simple things. You're missing the simple things that you need to do.
And I feel like society has just overcomplicated it so much.
So much. It's and what we're asking moms to do now, and I hear a lot of this discussion among women and some men who are interested is okay, so now we're liberated, now we work and we have these great jobs and now we've broken the glass ceiling, although we're still struggling with that, but we also have to raise the kids and do the stuff and do it and worry about what we're eating and what we're not eating and take everybody to the doctor and so on. Everybody's a little bit nuts trying to do all the things. And one of the things that unfortunately has been sort of thrown out of the wagon and I don't think should have been thrown out of the wagon is good food, healthy food made at home by actual people in their kitchens and then consumed at a table with people. So I'm on a mission, if you want, to get people to think a little differently, kind of go back to some grandma wisdom about what food is and how to enjoy it. Um, if you're not enjoying your food, if you're not really taking it in a happy and contented way, you're not nourishing yourself or your kids or your parents. I don't particularly even like to cook, but I love to eat. And I want to eat well, and I want my guests to eat well, and I want my family to eat well. So I cook. Not but my method of cooking is let's make this as simple as we possibly can. And again, and raising 3 kids. So my kind of superpower was putting a meal on the table in 15 minutes or less and having it be really good and having us have plates and silverware and napkins and a clean place to eat, and then enjoying each other as we eat and talking. And my social life, because I was a single mom, revolved around my dinner table. I would have my friends from work over. And so the kids learned how to have guests at the table and how to serve them and how to clean up and so on with me. They were always part of the team. And they learned how to shop with me because we had to. I didn't have the luxury of going off and doing these things. I had to grab them at daycare like other moms and race home or race to the store and then race home and do all this stuff because they needed to be in bed at a reasonable hour. And guess what? I did too, because I realized a long time ago that none of this works if you haven't slept. What I didn't have was all the research about sleep. So as I was learning how to do the 15-minute dinners and all that stuff, I also kind of got the drift that, yeah, but food, that's one part of it. It's huge, but you have to sleep and your kids have to sleep. And so my kids knew a long time ago that don't talk to me after 8 o'clock. No, I'm done. You're done. I'm done. Mommy's going to bed. And we valued that. And they knew I valued that. And it was only later that I learned, I think, one of the most important things I ever learned about medicine. And we're calling medicine, we're calling health, about how to stay alive. And that was that you only heal when you're in deepest REM sleep. That's the only time your body is able to work biochemically on a cellular level to heal itself. So, wow, when you think about it, if you're not sleeping deeply and long enough, nothing is healing. Nothing. So, numero uno, get some sleep, get good sleep, and take it seriously and enjoy it. I call myself a recreational sleeper. Um, Because, I mean, I don't just flop in bed. I get in bed and I groove on it, right? It's like, "Yay, yay." And if you ever had little kids or a very demanding career with deadlines every day, you know that one of the biggest treats in the world is to be able to just say, "Okay, I'm done. I'm getting in there are my pillows, there's my blankie. I'm gonna sleep now." And so it was a great feeling to find out decades later that the research folks were backing me up on this. That this was really huge, and that's when we heal is when we sleep. I love that. So food at the table, real food, whole food, and yes, plant based. So I have listened as much as anyone should ever have to listen to everybody on the internet talking about carnivore, keto, um, what? I mean, just diet after diet after diet. And there are things to be said for each one of these kinds of things, but the science is behind plant based, not necessarily vegan, vegetarian, just more plants. Eat some plants. And of course, if you can possibly eliminate over processed foods, yes, do that. Because as a diabetic, what you learn is that the your blood sugar spikes are a result of eating not just sugar, but all those things, particularly white rice and white flour that nobody in the United States ever saw flour until it was ground to the point where there was nothing in it. So if you're eating a white product, white bread of any kind, hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza, sorry, that's sugar. And the kind of sugar, the high glycemic index sugar that immediately causes a reaction for diabetics. But what I want everyone to understand is that, and you can see my book behind me, Brownies for Breakfast, and the subtitle is A Cookbook for Diabetics and the People Who Love Them. So that's my little in joke that everybody knows or loves a diabetic. And everybody should be eating like a diabetic because all that means is whole food, real food, plant based. Boom. That's it. And if you really stick with that, if you everything that you take out of your fridge or your cupboard and you look at it and go, is this real? Is this whole? Um, and are there any plants in it? That's not too hard, really.
Right.
Ju First, you're gonna have to change your habits a little bit and throw out some stuff, but, you're just training yourself to eat actual food. If it came off of the dirt, if it's in a plant form of some kind, it's probably fine. Do I eat meat? Yes. I eat meat grown by my neighbors because I live in the country, which is a privilege for me. But if it's grass fed, if the animals are happy and healthy, I think that's fine. What I and a lot of others are trying to stop is factory farmed meat.
Hey guys, I would like to take a moment to introduce you to our app, Yoga Plus. You will have access to an incredible selection of videos led by top instructors in yoga, fitness, nutrition, and so much more. Download our Yoga Plus app available on iOS and Android today.